Hi everyone. Some of my audience have asked some questions. One question is common, almost everyone has asked me. And the question is whether China has intruded territory in Ladakh or not, has violated line of actual control or not. Has China made any encroachment towards India sides? This is the question. My view is very categorical, based on my own study, rather than speculation. My view is Galwan or point 8 of Ponglong Lake have never been the part of China. The LAC, land of actual control, is around 18 to 20 kilometers away from Galwan and the lake, Ponglong Lake. This is my view. I'm firm on it. Now, second aspect is, what are the options for India to tackle China in Ladakh? Several options are there. The first aspect is negotiation at diplomatic level, because in my view, diplomacy and military muscle, if go together, is the best way to protect national interest. So diplomacy first. If diplomacy does not succeed, then of course war is open, military muscle has to be used. Diplomacy means first India should submit a flexible proposal. What flexible? India said, okay, if China wants route for two major projects, Belt and Road and Economic Corridor, India should say, okay, you have it, you please go ahead. From POK, I have no problem. Rather, India would also like to join Belt and Road project. But India should also be given passage towards Afghanistan sides, towards northern area sides, towards tri-junction of Pakistan, Afghanistan and China. If this is acceptable, give and take is fine. And Pakistan should also made it clear. You retain POK, provided Gilgit area, Baltistan area should be given to India as a part of passage towards Afghanistan sides. This should be made it clear. This is a good proposal, flexible proposal. Well, if accepted, fine. If not accepted, then India have to adopt coercive methods. India have to make offensive methods. What are the options over there? As I told you, diplomacy and military muscle should go together. First, India should try for diplomacy. As regards diplomacy is concerned, India should declare the end of one China policy. One China policy means China is only one nation. Not Hong Kong is separate, not Xinjiang is separate, not Tibet is separate, not Taiwan is separate. All together, one sovereignty, one nation. That India is following. India should make it clear. If China does not accept Kashmir as part of India, China does not accept Arunachal as part of India, India also does not accept one China. Perhaps this language, China will understand it. And India should rage vigorously, strongly. India must give a strong message to China. Message of strength and negotiations, both go together. This is one aspect. If this is also not successful, then India should make it clear that India is revoking the nuclear policy of no first use. India can also use nuclear weapon first time against China or Pakistan, whoever are attempting for a nuclear weapon against India. And nuclear missiles must be deployed somewhere near to the border. That would be a pressure on China. If you are thinking nuclear war, India is not far behind. We can also take that much risk. This is the one aspect. Second aspect, third aspect, diplomatic part is that China has violated international law regarding corona. China should have informed WHO within 24 hours what China has not done it. India should raise the issue at several platforms and to seek for strong action, sanction or embargo against China. These are the diplomatic challenges India should. And third, India must make it clear to the democratic world, look, China is not only expansion of, China does not stand only for expansion of Chinese territory, but also expansion of ideology. China is a communist country. They want communism all over the world. If they want to start only 14 of Chinese neighbors tomorrow, it can extend to the whole world. If the whole world was united, at least Europe, America was united against Soviet Union, only because of one factor, and that was communism. Why not the world to unite a communist China? Communist China seems to be more dangerous than the erstwhile Soviet Union. So that India can go for a consistent diplomacy to convince the world so that China could be further isolated. And finally, if all these are not successful, then of course war is there. I know war is neither in the interest of India nor China, but what India has the other options. If war is imposed on India, India have to fight it out. But my gut feeling is China also would not like war. But some kind of coercion is there on China, some kind of pressure, if at all consistently given on China, China will accept negotiations. One after another proposal can be submitted to China. If war has to be battled, then India has to make war strategy. What war strategy? In Iraq, what happened? America had attacked Iraq. Saddam Hussein thought America will come down on ground for ground warfare. And Saddam Hussein was ready with 10 lakhs well-trained desert mouse of Iraq. They call it desert mouse, very strong. But America surprised Iraq. America started airstrike. It was a continuous 45 days war against China. But out of 45, only 2 days war, 2 days for ground warfare. Remaining 43 days, only airstrike. For what Saddam Hussein had no answer. They used Scud missile that was damaged by Patriot from Israel sides. That was also, Patriot was also known to the world first time, a defensive missile. So what kind of war to go ahead if suppose China has the option for war? India should fight war on its own term rather than India should wait for China to decide the kind of warfare. Ground warfare is no longer the mother of all wars. Yes, ground warfare is important. India, Pakistan also, India, China also can fight through ground warfare. Army can play for a combative role, but Air Force also will have to be combative plus support. Navy also go for combat and support both. So these are the options India have. The big brass of armed forces are aware of. They have undergone many such courses in staff college and elsewhere in the world also. They are fully prepared mentally and physically to finalize the kind of warfare to surprise China. So terms have to be Indian rather than China. These are the aspects of options India have. But why Chinese are so assertive about Ladakh region? As I told you, two vital interests is there. China is not going back from there. China has developed infrastructure like anything. Even the electricity also, electricity pole, one can see it in those areas. A road, apart from road and airport and then bridge and everything, is a fully developed area. China wants tri-junction of Pakistan, China and India should be secured by China in future also for two vital projects. So other interest, strategic interest China have with Pakistan to control Pakistan through that territory, what negotiation was made between China and India in POK, and 5,000 square kilometer area was given to China. That is the passage of China to go ahead with Pakistan. Around 38,000 square kilometer, 30 square kilometers of territory of western sector, Aksai Chin and Karakoram sites, China has occupied. So China has occupied almost 43,000 square kilometer of Indian territory. China talk only LAC, line of actual control. But why India is talking LAC? India should talk MAC1 line. The beginning point of talk is MAC1 line rather than LAC. Because since China have illegally occupied those areas of 43,000 square kilometers, does not mean that is a part of China. India must not forget MAC1 line, the only effective line. Must not agree upon LAC. LAC is a temporary line of control, that's all. This is my view on the point. Next video, I will decide the topic, and that will be equally interesting. Thank you very much.